I don't think Shedeur or Travis Hunter did anything special. Going 13-11 in 2 years as a quarterback, 1-7 versus ranked opponents. I don't think that gets your number retired. I don't know. Is that curmudgeon-y of me? I don't know.
No,
You
fair
know,
take, Nate Dogg.
you
Thank
know,
you.
it does get your number retired. If your dad's the coach,
Hmm.
he is up for an extension. He started to maybe there's whispers of the Cowboys being involved, and he goes to the negotiating table, puts his number out, his contract number, and then also says, "And I want my son's number retired." And then they said, "Deal." You got that, Dion? Shake on it, and boom, Shedeur Sanders' number will be retired. All right, it's the rundown. Wednesday, April 26th. It's me. We got Bob Fox. We got the dog. The
April
dog is
what?
off the chain. Did I say 26?
Yeah.
16th. Wow. You know, I think it's the first time I've ever got a date wrong on this show. And that just
Tradition.
tells you that's just Barstool brain. That's rundown brain
Yeah.
working.
Team ZD,
Um,
rubbing off on you.
exactly. As I have a match coming up soon, that's not good. You can't say the date that you're looking at in the corner of your screen. That's a problem. So you guys might want to fade Team ZD in our next matchup. One thing you don't want to fade is NASCAR. It's a glorious sport and even better to watch in person. And coming up somewhat soon, we have Talladega. Talladega Super Speedway is NASCAR's biggest, baddest track, delivering heart-pounding action, pack racing thrills, keep drivers three wide and bumper to bumper at 200 miles per hour. That is a ludicrous speed. Fastest you guys ever drove. Do you guys have a number off the top of your head?
I don't think I ever hit 100.
I was gonna say, you guys ever hit the triple digits? Dog, you've definitely hit 100. You're a little bad boy, ain't you?
Yeah, driving my mom's minivan from Maryland to New Orleans, I went over 100. I vividly remember taking a picture with my flip phone.
Oh,
There you
Not a
go.
brag. I don't feel good about it. Be safe. I was
So
17.
they go twice
Sure.
the amount that Nate was going in his mom's minivan. That's just to let you know. And if that wasn't intense enough, playoff implications are on the line, making every lap more intense. Unpredictable finishes mean anyone can take the checkered flag at Talladega. The fan experience is unmatched with camping, tailgating, and electric infield energy. And as we learned last week, our boy Eddie will be there as well. So if Eddie doesn't, Eddie energy, two things that go together like peanut butter and jelly. Or hopefully, I would imagine our boy Large will be there as well. Spider tickets are selling fast. So
Pat.
secure your spot now at NASCAR.com. Pat's going to be there as well.
Yep.
Awesome. So experience the rush at Talladega. Get your NASCAR tickets now for edge of your seat action. Secure your seats today
Bro, real
at
quick.
NASCAR.com.
Pat bought a motorcycle and he's thinking about driving it from New York down to Florida for Talladega. But all he does on Instagram is send me videos of motorcycle crashes and then he just goes, me. And I was like, you have to stop doing this. Like, it's
I
all
like his
like,
videos when he drives up to Massachusetts or whatever, and he posts like the time lapse. I think that's cool.
they're very cool. But then he sends me like tragic motorcycle accidents on Instagram and he just
Yeah,
goes,
he's got to stop.
yeah, I was
Pat
like,
sends me funny videos on Instagram. He sends me like Oasis videos that get put into his algorithm or whatever.
he sends me tragic motorcycle crashes and Tico, Texas updates. I swear to God, that's all he sends me.
Shout out Dico.
My buddy's go-to YouTube for a while there was watching deers get hit by trains, and I thought that
Oh,
was the weirdest fucking thing of all time.
Your buddy, Charles Manson?
Yeah.
What, like, who is this buddy? A serial killer?
He's actually a deer hunter, so I guess he does enjoy a dead deer. That's kind of what he's going for. But
What a freak.
he's a normal dude, other than the deer, gruesome deer death in videos that he is indulges himself with. So Pat, that is some sick, dark, kind of funny stuff though. That's I think that's a little bad. I think you get a little glimpse into Pat's brain with that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
he says I have
Dark
the
humor.
exclusive publishing rights to his tragic death. I was like, all right, fair enough.
Well, if we're talking dark humor, I guess we could talk about the next Untold documentary coming out, Shooting Guards. Unbelievable name, which goes into the locker room gun incident between Gilbert Arenas and I can't say this guy's name now. I couldn't say it was Javaris Crittenton, I think it was.
Crittenton, yeah.
Doggy, as our DMV Washington basketball expert, give us your take about this, which I'm stoked for personally.
Yeah, wild times, right? Like Gilbert Arenas, known prankster, but always taking stuff too far. Him and Crittenton, who he's about that life. Is that how you say it? Like you don't
So.
fuck with that guy. He's the real deal. And it was just a ginormous story back in 2009 where a prank went too far. There was poo in the shoe, if you recall.
Oh, I didn't recall that. Poo
Yeah,
in the
there's
shoe
poo
prank. Real
in the
poo or
shoe.
a fake poo?
real poo. Gilbert
Poo.
pooed in his
But then
shoe.
it's not much of a prank. If it's a real
Right.
poo, at that point you're over. Yeah, that's
And if
tough.
you watch the trailer, it's like he said he was gonna like kill me or whatever. And then Gilbert brought in his guns and he's like, pick a gun. Whole big thing.
And they were teammates.
Yes. And I
One put the poop in the shoe, the other said, "I'm bringing a gun."
Andre Blatch is involved somehow too. He might have pooped in Andre Blatch's shoe, not Crittenton's shoe. I honestly like I need a refresher on it, and I started blogging it yesterday, and I stopped because John Rich started doing it, and I was like, wait, I just want to watch this documentary without refreshing my memory on it because the documentary trailer looks so good, and I'm not a spoiler guy. I don't watch trailers of movies on Survivor. I don't watch scenes from the next episode. I like going in knowing as little as possible. So I let John Rich take the blog because I was like, I want to go in with my limited memory of it.
That's how I'm going. And obviously, I don't know pretty much anything about the incident, but I do love the Untold series. Feels like
Yeah.
it's basically like 30 for 30 now. Like Untold has become the new 30 for 30. It's a little bit of that like Vice Dark Side of the Ring feel too with
Yeah.
some of them. And I like that. So I'm excited for this. I watch a lot of the Untold documentaries. I'll definitely watch this one. I remember I did a poop prank in my band,
Oh,
but it was fake poop. It wasn't real poop. What you do is you get the toilet paper roll, you wet it, you crumple it down. It looks like it could be poop. Our guitar player had just gotten a new pedal board. It was sick. And we just dropped a poop right on his pedal. He was so pissed. But then we were like, it's toilet paper.
Good old poop pranks. Fake poop pranks. They don't hit as well, but a lot less. Like that could break up a band. A real poop prank,
Yeah.
a real thing. So I don't think our guy Bob Fox is way too respectable for that. Someone
Oh, it's so gross too. I would never even think about that.
who at Barstool would be most likely to pull a real poop prank on someone else?
Adam Ferrone.
I was gonna say Roan. I was
Is
gonna say Roan too. Yeah, like I love him. He's a father. Respect it to a father of two. But yeah, he
He
would pull a
tried
poop
to
prank.
kill Frankie. He tried
yes.
to kill him.
Could make that argument.
Roan now has two professional poop makers at home. This is a
Yeah.
problem for you guys.
He's got a lot of poop in his possession.
Yes. I you know me, I go to the city whenever I have to, and I have to come in like 3 times in like 10 days, which is very weird. I'm hoping he's still in like can't sleep, doesn't have time to come in the office because there is dirty diaper
Oh,
potential through the roof right now.
I almost want to FaceTime this person because I can guarantee we have someone on staff who did a was on the receiving end or giving end of a poop prank in college. Do you know who I'm thinking of?
Dana Beers?
Oh, that's not a
That's a good
bad
guess.
guess.
That's a good guess.
Kate.
Kate.
Oh, I could
Yes.
see Kate being on the. I would be surprised if she was on the receiving end because she's such a prankster that I
Yeah,
feel like she
but
wouldn't get got. But I could see her like picking up a dog poop and doing some
her
shit with that.
college stories that she has told are so reckless, and like she rugby house stories that she tells are so reckless. She's like, I had to join the Marines to get out of there. Like,
Speaking
so
of, so
I would,
dog poop's a little different than human poop pranks, right? However,
Yeah.
we had one pulled. Our boy Meek Phil, who put this poop here, right?
true.
And
That wasn't as much a prank unless you said the dog played the prank on Meek. Nobody
I
put the
didn't.
poop there.
That's true. That's true. I
He
didn't remember.
thought someone did.
I didn't know if like if Roan put the dog there knowing it had to poop and just let it poop because that's something our
No.
boy Roan would do. Roan is the correct answer for sure and all that. This is my thing with the Untolds. They're either awesome or they're like puff pieces, right? Everyone was so mad
Yeah.
about the Florida Gators one because it didn't go into like all the just chaos that they had with Cam Newton, the Pouncey brothers, Aaron Hernandez. You had Tebow there just being like the golden child of it all, Urban Meyer. So, but the thing is, I feel like, and Nate, you can attest to this too, like Gilbert Arenas doesn't give a fuck. So he'll just tell it exactly like it is, right?
Yeah, and did you watch the trailer? Like Javaris Crittenton's like, I'm not here to bullshit. I'm just gonna say the truth. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but he's in jail right now. Like he was a first round pick. This thing happens. He starts pointing guns in the locker room. He's in jail for murder right now. So like it's a pretty tragic story through and through. Gilbert doesn't seem like a good guy necessarily. I think it's going to be a very, I don't know if eye-opening is the correct word, but like from the trailer, it's like, whoa, I can't believe all that was going on.
Gilbert Arenas was like a little before his time, but he wouldn't have been great now in terms of the stuff he was doing. but like prime Barstool 2015 blogging days, right? Where it's like he was a crazy person. He yelled hibachi. He had the gun stuff. He had that prank where he did something to someone's kid.
Nick
What was
Young, he used to
Young? Yeah.
I think he would like break into Nick Young's house and like trash it. That's
Nick Young's the gift guy, right? He's
yes,
like,
Yes.
I know, I
yeah,
love that gift. Yeah.
and the shooting turnaround.
Oh, and he does the three and it misses.
Yeah, that's
That's
Nick Young,
him
right?
too. He's
Is that
got
Nick
double
Young?
GIF action.
Yeah. Oh no, he's an elite gifts guy. He
Yeah,
is one of the greatest
Wow.
of all
Is he
time.
still in the league or no?
Swaggy P. No,
Damn.
another Washington Wizard. We knew how to pick him. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's incredible here. I'm seeing Nick Young once had a naked girl show up at Gilbert once had a naked girl show up at Nick Young's house. I'm guessing with his kids there. There's a lot of just crazy stories between the two. So I'm honestly, boys, I canceled Netflix. This was the first time I think I'd watched everything I have to watch. I'm like, I don't know when we'll get it back. I'm coming back for the Untold. I'll tell you right now. So that'll bring me back in. Moving on to other athletes who are going viral in the 2025 era. Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter will both have their numbers retired at Colorado. Fresh off a 13-12 career record, and Shedeur finishing 8th in the Heisman. So obviously Shedeur is the big story here because Travis Hunter, Heisman winner, absolute stud, probably the number 2 pick of the draft. That makes sense. Shedeur getting his jersey retired. Nate Dogg, what you got on this?
It's pretty silly, right? Like I can buy the argument, I guess they changed the program or whatever, but like, did they? They didn't win anything. They're both going to the NFL. I would say Dion definitely changed the program. I don't think you can argue that. But if Colorado on a roster of all 5 stars and all Americans, are they going to just start retiring everybody's number after 2 bad, I mean, individually great seasons, team, so bad seasons? It doesn't make a ton of sense. And then you get everybody going like, why isn't Cordell Stewart's, jersey retired? He won 2 bowl games, played in the NFL forever. There's a bunch of other people.
Debo.
I don't know. Shedeur never won a bowl game, went 1-8 in Pac-12 in his first 2 years. Like it's goofy. I I would say neither of them should have their number retired. I understand why they're doing it, I guess, but I think it's pretty lame.
I think
Bob
this is
Fox.
long overdue. He should have got his number retired 10 years ago. No, listen, I don't really understand. I understand it, but I think numbers getting retired in college is just a bit silly in general. I feel like number being retired should be a long-standing member of the team who, made a big impact on the team. Like, are you saying were they on the team for 2 years or 4 years? Were they on for 4 years even?
Two.
Or
They
see
were
that's
in
crazy to
Texas
me.
State.
Like maybe like a Tebow, maybe like some of the greatest college players of all time, Manziel, you could retire their number, years down the line. To do it right after they're gone and be like, yeah, we had it. Like Nate said, we had them for 2 years. They were both individually good, but the team, like they didn't make an impact on the team winning a bowl game or anything like that. Yeah, I think it's just weird. Like even me, I don't know anything about any of this stuff. When I saw that go out yesterday, I was like, that's strange. Like you
I
shouldn't
think
get that reaction from casual.
the question is, so when I think number retired, especially in college, it's like, will people go to Colorado because Travis Hunter played at Colorado, or will they go there because Dion recruits them? And I just think it's way more on Dion. I don't think like maybe it's just the way I view college sports now. I can be the old man yelling at the clouds, like NIL, etc. People are going to go where they can get the most money. I don't think Shedeur or Travis Hunter did anything special. Going 13-11 in 2 years as a quarterback, 1-7 versus ranked opponents. I don't think that gets your number retired. I don't know. Is that curmudgeon of me? I don't know.
No,
You
fair
know,
take, Nate Dogg.
Thank
You know,
you.
it does get your number retired. If your dad's the coach, he
Mm.
is up for an extension. He started to maybe there's whispers of the Cowboys being involved, and he goes to the negotiating table, puts his number out, his contract number, and then also says, "And I want my son's number retired." And then they said, "Deal." You got that, Dion? Shake on it, and boom, Shedeur Sanders' number will be retired. By the way, do you guys know what numbers have been retired in Colorado?
I'm gonna guess
Oh,
none.
yeah. No.
Rashawn Salam, number 19, which,
Oh,
I mean, I remember. Nate Dogg, you're probably old enough for that one. Bobby Anderson's number 11, no clue. I was shocked no Cordell Stewart or Michael Westbrook. Joe Romig's number 67. And of course, we all know this one. Byron Whizzer White, number 24. So
oh,
at the same point, if you're like, these it's not even Gen Z anymore. It's Gen Alpha, I think, is this
yeah.
next group of kids coming up. Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter ring out to them more than old
Yeah.
Whizzer White's number 24. So
Whizzer Whites.
it's like, hey, listen, like it's like, do you guys want to win a national
Ben
championship
Mintz's
here?
favorite player.
Do you guys want to, set these records? No, it's like, do you guys want to go viral on TikTok and make a shitload of money, even if you don't make the NFL? Come to Colorado. Boom.
True.
Boom. Who knows
True.
Shedeur Sanders? Probably if his name was Shedeur Smith, he's probably like a 4th-round pick. But he's a Colorado guy. And listen, we
Hey,
rolled
Clem, watch what you say. This is a future.
He was
New
going to
York
say,
Giant,
could be your
right?
quarterback, right? Like, you're talking about your guy.
I want this removed from the record. By the way, if the Giants take him 3rd, everything the Giants have done this offseason says they are not going to draft Shedeur Sanders, from going after Matt Stafford, going after Rodgers, the 2 veterans, blah, blah, blah. When they draft him 3rd and I'm on live stream, my face just might fall off my face. Like, I don't
Another
even
Big
know.
Ev video, maybe? Like his Danny Dimes video?
That's one of the best aged videos ever.
Unfortunately for Clem, it is.
He's the 2nd best quarterback of the class. I mean, everyone was mad they didn't draft Dwayne Haskins, and RIP. And they didn't draft Josh Allen, the defender. They drafted Dexter Lawrence, who's better than Josh Allen. So in a weird, fucked up way, it was just a perfectly normal draft. It's just everyone shit on Danny Dimes because he's a goofy, tall white guy, which I can't even argue. So yeah, we'll see what happens in Colorado. I feel like if you can get enough clicks, enough views, that's worthy of a number retirement in the 21st century, 2020s. Moving along, we're going to go to some Stella Blue. At Stella Blue Coffee, we believe good coffee is one of life's non-negotiables. Our delicious roasts are available in cold brew K-cups, ground, and whole bean formats to seamlessly fit into your morning coffee routine. And the best part, each purchase helps save homeless pets. Now you can also fill your mornings with Battle Bars, new dark chocolate espresso protein bars, crispy, delicious energy bars infused with real Stella Blue coffee. Each bar packs 17 grams of protein, 100 milligrams of natural caffeine, and 0 fake sugars to keep you powered up and dialed in. Every bite is battle tested and Big Cat approved. Shop today at StellaBlueCoffee.com or BattleBars.com while supplies last. Bob Fox, I imagine back when you were bulking up for your UFC days, you were a big protein guy, need a little energy on top. This sounds like a match made in heaven for you, pal.
Big protein guy, and I like the protein that tastes good, not the protein that tastes chalky. This is the protein that you want to look like this.
Whoa. Whoa.
NSFW, we have to tag this now for you.
Whoa, Vinny, edit that out.
All right, so if we had to retire, I guess Big Cat's number would be retired here at Barstool. KFC's number would be retired.
The only way I'm getting mine retired if I have like early death, like one of those like.
No, don't say that, Nate Dogg. I think if you go and find the Nate Dogg Spider Monkey mask, which is out there somewhere, we don't know where it is. If you find it, I think we could raise that to the rafters on 2 little things.
It's gone. I have no idea what happened to it. It's very sad. It's a huge part of Barstool lore. It's just gone.
It'll be like a hidden treasure show, like WWE does that show Hidden Treasures, where they like go into like an old man's basement and he's like, I have Macho Man's scepter, and you're like, what? How did you get that? Like, someone out there has the Nate Dogg Spider Monkey mask.
Yeah, I think it's the cleaning lady we fired.
Was that Glinda? No, that was a different cleaning lady. The Nate Dogg Spider mask is almost like in the rafters, you have all the retired numbers at Barstool, and then that's like the graffiti on the wall. Like, it's like, that was the bad boy at Barstool.
Yeah.
Constantly pissed Dave off. You can piss Dave off almost more than anyone I've ever met. It's honestly a badge of honor, Nate.
Also, is it cooler to get your number retired or have your number not retired in such an egregious fashion that the fans are constantly like, it's bullshit that he's not in?
No, and then players will never wear that number on the team
out of respect for you. Yeah, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
One thing that drives me crazy, Bob, you touched on this before, and I forgot to say it during the Shedeur stuff. every time I see a Florida player wearing 15, my brain short circuits. I can't believe, and I think Anthony Richardson had it, and obviously he was like a talented guy and went like high in the draft. But anytime anyone else is wearing it, I'm like, why the fuck? I think a kicker had it at one point. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, if there was one, if you said name one player, college football player from like this century who should have their jersey retired, I feel like Tebow's the guy.
It's
And
Tebow.
Number one.
yeah, and he doesn't have it done. And I think Florida does have some numbers retired, so it's not like they don't do it at all. Just very weird stuff. And the funny thing is, like the Yankees, they're running out of numbers
I
at this point.
Some teams
Hey,
retire
whoa,
every
whoa, whoa,
number.
whoa, 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 whoa!
What?
We got numbers. We got numbers. All right.
Yeah,
We'll
like
go triple-digit
87.
numbers.
I'm appreciating how great your franchise, because it's not like you guys don't really give away those retired numbers. You have fucking legends like almost everywhere in my own park.
I always laugh when there's like a player who they hit up their retired number guy and is like, let me wear your retired number. It's almost like you're not as good as me. Like, I don't respect you enough to take another number.
It's like, let's be real. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me the number.
Someone who does have their number retired, I would imagine, Jim Palmer in Baltimore. Hall of Fame pitcher. He's the broadcaster now. He had a story last night during the Orioles game that he's never eaten a single chicken wing in his entire life. Now, when I first saw this, I was taken aback and I was like, Jim Palmer. And then I was like, I feel like chicken wings it's obviously a very mainstream food and it's like a staple at like a lot of sporting events and whatever. But I feel like if you're just never wanted to have the wing of a chicken, you're probably like, I'm good with wings of chicken. So, Bob Fox, is that a crazy take to have?
Yeah.
I think it's a little crazy. I mean, chicken wings are like a staple of like America. So I think that it's a little crazy, but I'm almost positive Connor Griffin had the same exact thing. And I think Connor Griffin had his first chicken wing this year or last year. And I think he said it had, maybe I'm completely wrong about this. I think he said when he got like veneers or when he had something done to his teeth where he was told like, yeah, you don't want to get like chicken stuck in your teeth. So he would like cut them up or whatever. I think it could be something like that, where it's like, all right, if you get like a cap or something and the doctor tells you, oh, just stay away from chicken wings. And just like you put it in the back of your mind forever. And whenever they're offered, you're like, I'll rather the hot dog or I'll rather the pizza or something like that. I think it's crazy, but not like jaw dropping. What? Oh, you never had a chicken wing. Like, I feel like there's scenarios where it could happen.
Pizza would be like oh my God, you've never had pizza.
Yes,
before,
pizza.
Right?
I even feel like a burger, like a hot dog. Like, I feel like those are more egregious than a chicken wing, even.
I have two takes on this. One, I find myself around chicken wings all the time. Like you always find they're always on a platter. No matter we go to like a client event, wing. You go like we order food for the office. There's wings. Jim Palmer grew up and he's still around dudes 24 hours a day. Like he was
in a baseball stadium
player.
too. Yeah.
I think he was in like a front office and he's an announcer. Like he must be surrounded by chicken wings. Which brings me to
What if he gets fingers?
But brings me to point two. I don't like people who just think it's like their thing to not try something popular. Gaz, like I've never had a bagel. Just eat a bagel. Like it's like being the guy. Oh, I've never had a sip of coffee in my life. Like just try it. Like people who refuse to try things, I disrespect. Like you should just try things. Like being stubborn for the sake of being stubborn drives me nuts. There's no reason to not try new things that you might like just so you can be the guy who goes, I've never done it. Like that does nothing for me. That makes me think you're stupid.
What about like heroin?
We're not talking about drugs. We're talking about chicken wings and bagels and coffee.
All right, it's just clarifying. I didn't want any of the kids watching the rundown to take your advice the wrong way.
But Jim Palmer might consider chicken wings to be like heroin and like crack cocaine, because I was reading the blog that he doesn't like, he's like treats his body like a temple kind of thing. He would eat pancakes, I guess, like the day it starts. But then other than that, he doesn't touch anything. He rips the fried chicken skin off of chicken when he eats it. And that's
so that
obviously
makes
the
way
best
more sense
stuff
then. Yeah, he's a grilled chicken guy. He doesn't even eat the skin. So yeah, he's not eating wings because of that. I didn't realize he was such a health freak.
But one though, you got to try one. You got to try what
one.
these things are all about.
Now here's the thing. If you were about to give him his first wing, you give him a drumstick or a flat.
Good question, Bob.
I give him a flat because I think drumsticks can be a little inconsistent in the texture. You could get a hard piece in there. I think a flat is always pretty consistent.
Drumsticks less intimidating for your first.
Yeah.
like
True, it is.
everybody knows how to bite into a drumstick. Flats are like, how do I dip? What do I
So you got
do?
to do the Glenny balls trick. You grab them by both ends and you just twist them like this a little bit. Then you pull, one of the bones comes out. Oh, it's so easy. Glenny showed it to me, and my life has been changed ever since.
The Glenny Balls method for everything. And we need like a book where it's Glenny's method on every single
Yeah.
part of life. I'm with you, dog. Because if you give him a drumstick,
No, we don't.
Hey, listen, it would not be good advice, but I would like to read it.
That book sounds like the worst idea
I think if you want Jim Palmer to try two wings, you got to start with a drumstick. Because see, after that flat, he's like, this is way too much. This is like
Maybe,
brain
yeah.
surgery right here.
Maybe.
And I'm personally a drumstick guy. I don't know.
Oh,
about
you
guys.
are? I'm a big flat guy.
Turn the brain off and just eat. That's all I want to do with my wings.
I get so socially anxious eating wings in public. They're messy. If you're with a group and there's one blue cheese, like a ceramic little thing, I don't even know what that's called, that little ceramic
Cup.
thing that they put blue cheese in, and you don't know how to dip it, especially flats. They drive me insane. I never know how to
Yeah, it's
evenly
tricky.
dip the flat. I always want to just like pick it up and dump it on it, just so I'm not the guy trying to maneuver it into it. I'm very too anxious to do wings in public at this point.
I almost bought like went on Amazon and bought like 100 of those little cups because I think if you eat blue cheese out of the cup, it tastes like 300% better. It's so much better when you eat it out of the cup instead of we just put it on the side of your plate at home and just start dipping. Like it's just not the
It's
same.
true.
Now, what's crazier? Jim Palmer never eating a wing or Chris Clemmer eating wings with fork and knives? Did you see that in the Met stream last
I know, and he does that. He doesn't like to get met. Clemmer's got some underrated weird food habits. He doesn't like to get messy, so he'll eat wings and even hot dogs with a fork and knife.
I didn't know hot
He ate
dogs.
like I think it was a chili dog last year. Something he ate with a fork and knife. I was like, that's crazy.
Well,
And he also wants to see his food, so the food can't be covered. He won't eat burritos. He won't eat egg rolls. He won't eat like anything where the food is entirely encased. He's out.
yeah, he cut he forks and knives everything. So it became less weird to me when I realized, oh, this guy's just a nut. Like he cuts like
Yeah.
his Philly cheesesteak with
He can't get his hands messy. It's a
yeah.
messy hands thing, which Lady Fox is kind of the same way, but she does the gloves. She'll do a glove method if it's a messy meal.
In public?
No, not in public, only at home.
Which
It'd be crazy if we were bringing gloves.
no, I'm jealous of people who are like, this is me, and like can just strap on gloves in
Well,
public.
I always say it's like Dexter. She's like
Yeah.
to eat like, a big sandwich.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm any better. I just literally said I'm too anxious to eat wings in public. Like I think
Mhm.
people being weird with food, everybody tries to point and go, haha, Clemmer cuts everything with a fork and a knife. I think we all have our quirks with food. There's something
True.
weird about it. Clemmer,
True.
Sure.
Clem, what do you have?
I mean, I'm sure I have weird shit. Like if something, this isn't a crazy thing because I feel a lot of people. I will not eat or drink anything when I'm in like the subway. Like it's like the air has touched it.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Not going like my mouth. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut as long as possible while I'm down there. I have a ton of weird shit. I just can't think it off the top of my head.
I know
Like,
Bob Fox, bagel,
um,
no cream cheese, no nothing on it, just plain
Yeah, I was
bagel.
gonna say everything is pretty plain for me. Like I'll look at a sandwich and be like, all right, all the condiments you have on that, why don't you take them off for me? Because I don't want any of those. That's why I like the Italy sandwich so much. It's fucking bread and meat, It's so simple that it's like right up my alley.
We go to the belly. It's just chicken, cheese, and bread.
Correct. Chicken,
oh
cheese, and
yeah,
bread. That's all you need. It's delicious. That's my Subway order, my belly order. It's everywhere.
that's the worst. Like I'm kind of like you, Bob, where there's times where I don't want certain things on the sandwich, and if it has one thing to remove, I'll have like, oh no, whatever, no jalapenos. But if there's two things, I'm like, I'm not going to get the sandwich now, even though there's 10 other things I want on it. I can't do it because I don't want to look like a difficult asshole.
Can I give
So
you a take? A
I'm
sandwich
fine
take?
with it. Take them off my sandwich.
hit him, Nate. Hit him with the sandwich take.
I think cheese often gets lost in sandwiches to the point where you usually don't even need cheese. Like provolone cheese on a Subway sub where it's like, well, I put like lettuce, tomato, onions,
Yeah,
peppers,
then it gets
ranch,
lost.
whatever. You can take a bite of that exact sandwich I just said with the onion and ranch and all that and not taste a hint of provolone cheese in it to the point where it's like, just don't even bother putting the cheese on my sandwich at all.
Empty calories, they call that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I
sometimes
think
I
a
just remove
burger
the cheese.
needs cheese.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely does.
Need something. If you don't have cheese, there has to be some other way to make it work. But even then, what's the point? Just throw the cheese on there. All right. Moving along here, we're going to talk to you about Barstool Golf Time Supreme. This golf season, and it is getting warm out. It's actually going to be in the 80s this weekend, thank the Lord. This golf season, are you looking for an easier way to get on the course? Of course you are. We've got you covered because the Barstool Golf Time app makes it easy for golfers to find the best tee times at the best prices. Stop searching all over Google for your next tee time or going through the hassle of calling courses. You can search multiple courses in your area from one app and get your tee time set within seconds. With every action you take in the app, you earn reward points, which can be redeemed for merch in the Barstool store. We just relaunched the rewards experience in the app. There's more items from the Barstool store to choose from, and now you have more flexibility with your points. I love me some reward points personally. You can use reward points as credit to any item in the collection, or you can bundle and use points on multiple items. Spring is finally here, so come golf with us. Download the Barstool Golf Time app today. I feel like I'm on the show right now with two non-golfers. I'm trying to think who's more like who's the last time you guys golf?
I started foreplay.
That's true. You know what? I stand correct.
When was the last time I golfed? Before the Barstool Classic existed, when it was like the Barstool golf outing with Smitty and Avalon. That I played one scramble. Other than that, shitty, no offense, shitty Avalon course. Only course I've ever been on was Augusta.
I've been to the driving range in the last couple years, Top Golf in the last couple years. I haven't played a round of golf since probably 2018.
Maybe I'll do Top Golf in Vegas this weekend. They got that at the MGM Grand, and that could be a fun Top Golf with wrestling fans.
Make a reservation. It's long wait.
Yeah.
How about this, boys? How about us three and Vinny producing? Let's go. We'll go on the Barstool Golf Time app. We'll get ourselves a tee time and have ourselves a nice little day. All content, Vinny.
Nice.
Even better, because they got good courses right around the Sphere in Las Vegas. I wonder if we could get a tee time on that one. You could see the big Sphere like laughing at your shots as you drive.
We could go to some really nice courses, though, if we had $162 million worth of Bitcoin moving along.
Whoa!
The Nate Dogg blog, this one, and this is the headline right here. It says it all. Being able to view your Bitcoin wallet worth more than $162 million, but not being able to access it is a level of hell I never wish to visit. And we have complete with a, is that like his little like wallet screenshot that he has there, Doggy?
Yeah, he can view it because he knows his key, but he can't access it because he doesn't have his passwords. And
now, is there any way he can prove to anyone out there, hey, Mr. Bitcoin, this is my account, let me in?
Bro, I said in the blog, like in movies, there's always like the Men in Black. I have a guy who can get in, but that guy's in Area 51, like, you know, saving the world or whatever. Like if I'm that Men in Black guy, I might hit up him and be like, for a fee, I can get it. There's probably one guy. The way Bitcoin works is there should be 0 people who should be able to access it. I want to say there's one guy who can do it, but he's like top secret government badass agent guy.
What's the fee that you would accept if someone came to you, you were this guy, and they were like, listen, I'll do it for you, but 90%.
Yeah, you have all the leverage.
Are you like, sure, I guess. Like I still take a couple million.
Yeah, you're. I compared it to a Black Mirror episode where it's like they're just forcing you to stare at.
Yes,
it would consume my life. Like
it's the Bird Box meme where they're like holding the guy's eyes open. Yeah,
it would consume my life if I had 162 million that was mine that I had 0 access to. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to do anything. It would ruin me.
I can't believe I'm bringing this up twice in like the last week. I don't know if I said on the rundown or whatever podcast. It's like the Twilight Zone where the guy has all the books and then he sits on his reading glasses and then he doesn't have his glasses. Like just an absolute fucking nightmare that I wouldn't wish on anybody. However, as someone that was slow to the Bitcoin game when you guys were blogging it like a decade ago and then watch it goes up and still is too dumb to understand how to even buy Bitcoin, I kind of liked it. It's just like I can't have it. So at least there's one other person that can't have the riches out there that I am too dumb.
Can we put this on display somewhere? Can we put it in like one of those glass boxes in Grand Central so we could all go stare at the guy's Bitcoin together?
Yeah. Oh, that would be great. It just makes you feel better about yourself sometimes. Let's call it what it is.
I just want to lay in his Bitcoin like Heel from Breaking Bad, you know?
No, I don't wish this on anybody. Like it's too sad. Like
of course not. We're making jokes, dog.
I can't even.
It's the rundown.
I know, but like he was he was so early to it, and just
How about that guy that paid for pizza with it? You feel bad for him too?
I mean, that guy paid like $2 billion for a pizza at this point.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Those are the things I don't know if I can live with myself. Like just waking up
Yeah.
in the morning. You think about just like the little things in your life. You're like, what if I had done this? I couldn't even,
I've
oh,
said it before. I have a Bitcoin account out there that I can't access, and I don't remember what website it was on or whatever. I tried to purchase Bitcoin a long time ago when I was graduating high school because apparently you could buy some identification with Bitcoin over the internet. I put the Bitcoin in the account, could never figure out the rest, could never figure out how to get back into the Bitcoin. I think it was like maybe $100 worth of Bitcoin in 2017, 2016, however much that would be now. Probably not that much. Probably not
don't look it up, Bob.
126 mil.
Never look that number up. Don't care about it and just flush it from your mind. There you go. All right, so that's the rundown for today. We'll see you guys back here manana with a new crew of three that will not even dream of holding a candle to us three.